and I forgot to do it this time. I'm kind of all over the place still. Like, I feel much more calm than yesterday, but yeah, I'm still kind of distracted, you know, between being a little bit tired from working extra and... But yeah, so I just need... YouTube only asks you to press like an extra button on YouTube itself to start streaming. Meanwhile, Twitch is just like press play and you're done. And yeah, that was the only reason. Thanks for letting me know. Always found it strange that in the West, Christmas celebrated with such pomp. I mean, movies make it more flashy than what it actually is, I believe. Like, you always see the Christmas movies where Christmas is such a big deal, but well, I don't know. I've never... Well, I did have like a Christmas in America once because I was visiting some family. And honestly, it was even more miserable than our Mexican Christmas, so I don't think the movies really are a good portrayal of what accurately happens in people's homes, you know? I'll read the full comment in a minute. I'm still fighting the resin. It felt strange how the West Christmas celebrated in such pomp. New Year's right around the corner. They're somehow more suitable for pompous events. Well, that is true. Well, I feel like New Year's is more of an elegant kind of thing and kind of flashy, I guess. And Christmas is more of a family thing. That's how I would put it. And well, it's also like a lot for children, right? Like Christmas is children getting toys and laughing and running around. I mean, that's changed a lot also, because nowadays no child wants to play with toys. You just want, I don't know, tokens to generate AI images or something. I don't know what kids like this day. Yeah, Hertz, you can tell us what kids like this day. But yeah. Oh, wait, where's my... I'll throw this in here. Want Roblox? Oh, Roblox. There's a name for the currency, right? It's Robux, something like that, right? Yeah, I remember having some nephews that liked Roblox a lot. But yeah, that was a while ago. I'm not sure they already grew out of that. I didn't get to read your comment, Cloud. It slid by. Let me finish this and I'm gonna scroll back so I can read your large comment. Or did I? I don't remember. People should be united by team and camaraderie. Not by hedonistic things, thirst for consumption. Yeah, like... So, here's the thing. I don't think you're wrong. But I think there's still a positive. Like, yeah, I mean, capitalism, whatever, you can be like very negative about it, and I understand it. Like, capitalism sucks most of the time, but at the same time, if it's better, I feel like there's like a net positive in having people hang out and, I don't know, give stuff to children and stuff, and just having a good time instead of simply not having it, even if it might be misguided and influenced by big political, not political, big like economical corporations or whatever. But I mean, I feel like there's still a net positive on just families hanging out. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like that's like the ideal way of human interaction, and it's interesting, the word camaraderie. I'm not sure, so I'm curious because I feel like that word, it's like I don't know how much the concept of a comrade is like different in the context of Russian language than in English. you know? Because comrade like a big word in Russian, right? It was like a big deal during the wars and stuff. I wouldn't know if there's like a part of meaning I'm missing, but it makes me curious, you know? That's why you're our grandpa. Imagine looking at Ganko, giving enlightening thoughts. I mean, I don't think anything I say is pretty that much enlightening. It's just, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of negative stuff out there. And I mean, it's very easy to get sour about all sorts of things that happen and will happen. And there's worse things than others, I guess. But yeah, it's, I don't know. Like, I don't really feel like a very optimist man. But I'm not sure why like this side of me gets pulled out on the middle of streams. I don't really like also trying to be like overly positive and stuff. That's not really my thing. I don't know. Try to see the good when I can, I guess. I don't know. Not against it, by the way. No, yeah. It's I'm just trying to think about what you're saying, and it's just interesting in general. Hello, A-Cube. How you doing? Wait, so I think I missed a big comment on here. Okay, so this one should be done. Like, I'll just leave them rest. Like, maybe we can make about 3 or 4 extra faces today. It's not really that we need them, but it would be good to have some spares. Like, maybe we can make some of the more expressive faces. Like, I would love to have a little cat face or a little the M-shaped face that we talked about before, like a little that'll be fun. But it's not really a priority. And my priority right now is having the other faces set. So I wanted to check. I think I missed one big comment here. I suspect it's because of the gift giving trend. Yeah, like the gift economy is a crazy thing. Because it's really interesting. Like, gifts generate so much value because usually people like tend to expend more money on other stuff for others than what they would do for themselves. Like, if you're buying yourself a shirt, you probably buy yourself like I don't know, whatever's cheapest, or like you won't think it's too much through, right? But if you're buying a shirt for someone else, you might just lean into the fancier one because of some sort of I don't know, like FOMO effect or guilt or something like that. But yeah, like gifting is a huge part of the economy because you generate a lot of value out of nothing. So yeah, a shirt that somebody else would buy themselves for $15, their let's say their significant other or their is there another word for significant other? Or it has a I'm trying to find that. Well, whatever, their couple will be willing to spend $25. So that's $10 worth of value that just popped out of nowhere. And that's the magic, the economical magic of the gift. That you can generate more value. And I sound like a greedy capitalist, although I only make like little puppets for the internet and don't sell it to anybody. But I've seen how it works, and it's very interesting how stuff behaves in that way. The word commonly translated as comrade in our language, it means a friend who shares something else with you, service, duty, work, or beliefs. Calling someone a comrade denotes closeness and appreciation beyond personal relationships. Interesting. What can I say? That's interesting. I like the like the added part of service, duty, work, or belief. Like I feel like that really adds some meaning to the word. That's interesting. So yeah, like I've heard the word before, but I never heard like a full-on definition, and I like to, yeah, the idea of it being like more than just a good friend, you know? Buy an expensive piece of environment, meanwhile my underworld looks like a world map. Exactly. But if someone were to give you a piece of underwear, they will do the expensive thing. They will buy like something more expensive than what you usually would because you don't feel like you need that. That's how economy, like the gift economy, boosts people. It's really interesting. I have no idea what comrade means in your language. Well, I don't know. I don't feel like I have a straight up definition. It's not a common. I mean, probably means the same. If the origin, because I feel like the origin is generally Russian, right? But it's not a word that's used a lot. And I think it's just like some historical, like, well, for starters, I'm not even from the US. But, you know, at some point, the word comrade was very shunned upon when they were hunting communists, you know? So I feel like naturally, out of some sort of fear and, well, general repression, I feel like the word itself like came in not being used that much. And even though the meaning, I don't feel like it would have changed a lot, it has like a little bit of historical background to it that just made it not part of general people's lingo. That's what like the perspective I have. But I don't feel like I'm really super knowledgeable about the stuff, you know? I'm not even American. I just like generally know that the Cold War had a big effect on how that word was used and how it was shunned on people and stuff. But I feel like the original meaning or the translation itself probably means the same. It's just like it's got a little bit of historical context that at some point, I don't think it's a problem today, but at some point was some sort of a dangerous word, which is interesting also. Direct translation, how interesting. Yeah, like I think it's a direct translation, but there's a historic context there. And well, I wouldn't say that's something that happened here on the other side of the border. But usually, I'll tell you something very interesting. Mexico tends to copycat everything it sees from the US. So whenever the US, I don't know, has a new policy, usually Mexico tries to follow. And many different things historically. But it goes all the way into language, and it's very fascinating. So think, hi. Language, etymology, and underwear. I got here just in time. Yeah, hi, how you doing? Dolphin, oh, you're on YouTube. I almost forgot to stream on YouTube today. Also, I'm frozen because my computer is still slow. I don't know why. I think this app is just like very poorly coded. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you understand the cube. So somehow, everything the US does, like the US has a new product, we will have it. If they invent a new like political policy, we'll go for something similar. If they, I don't know, like pass a new law, and it's not that specific, but like in general aspects, I feel like, yeah, we're very much copycats. And yeah, I mean, it's just something we've been doing for centuries now. Comrade comes from French, essentially means cellmate. Oh, interesting. Hey, didn't know that. The Red Movement originated there. Everything's like, I didn't know. Well, two things. I didn't know it came from French, and two, I didn't know the Red Movement came from France. I thought it was, you know, a Russian thing. Maybe it has to do like with people moving around. Okay, so now, this is the scary part. I'm gonna open the molds where we casted yesterday the eyeballs. This is gonna be very scary. So I'm not sure if it worked, and if it didn't work or something went wrong, then maybe we'll just have like ruined eyeballs. And that means we'll only have one more shot to make this. Or it could be working fine and everything's fine and there's no need to stress out. Okay. But yeah, Canada land gets a lots of osmosis too. Yeah, it makes sense. But I'm not sure. Well, I wouldn't know because I've not been there. But well, no. I mean, I have been there, but I don't like live fully the Canadian life. It looks good. I like it. Like this membrane on the side is very thick, but it does look glossy. Still, we're losing a lot of the blue. It looks very green for some reason. Mods don't run the prediction. Wait, what's the prediction? I can make a prediction, but what do you want to predict? Yeah, what mods? I am the one mod. I am judge and jury. But I can make a prediction if it's not a meme. Oh, for the thing, I already opened it. Betting bits. Can you bet bits? I didn't know you could do that. Like that sounds like something Twitch would get in trouble for. But you can bet channel points because they're meaningless, right? Okay, I'll try to be careful. Maybe I'll leave this on the side because it still feels kind of soft. You might need to harden a little bit more. There's a little orange spot for some reason. I don't know where it came from. Can you see it down here? A little teeny tiny eyeball unboxing. Yes, it's very scary because if it didn't work, that would mean I've lost another 2 days of work. That's why I made a spare. But this one seems to be fine. Now there might be a problem. Oh, I see the problem here. Oh god. It's gonna be interesting. Huh. Okay, I think we can solve this out right now, but it's like surgery. Okay, so here's the problem. The resin flew inside of the mold because it wasn't like very perfectly shut. And it sealed the hole that we are going to be using as the root for the bolt to go through. So if we don't remove these right now while it's soft, it's gonna harden and I'm gonna have to drill it myself, and that's very risky because it could break. Or it's gonna, well, yeah, the bolt is just not gonna go in. Can you get the eyes close to camera? Yeah, sure. No. Well, I mean, I can actually get the camera close to the eyes. Look at this crazy zoom. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Is that close enough? I love this camera because of that. Its zoom is insane. There's the red dots that I was telling you about. I don't know where they came from. I don't love them, but they're useful. Yeah, this camera is really good at... that's why I use this one instead of the animation camera. Like the animation camera is like 4K, super crazy resolution and quality of image and whatever, but it doesn't have this crazy zoom. That's scary, yeah. So I'm gonna very carefully try and clean the thing. Where is it? Like this edge. And you see this little hole? I need this to be very clean so that our bolts can make it through. Turned out beautifully. It's a pity it's all bubbled. Yeah, so we're gonna have to roll with that, unfortunately. But I'll try to solve it before we make it to our next cast or next piece. But yeah, it is a little bit unfortunate. I'll work on it. I'll see what we can do so that the next batch of eyes runs better. But right now, since her birthday is just so close, we'll have to roll with this as is. But yeah, I'm aware of the problem. I'll try to solve it, but right now there's just no time to do that, because the problem with this size is that it's a very complex casting, and once you do it, yeah, it is done. There's nothing else. That's why it's so scary. Okay, cleared one of the holes. Yeah, so look at that. Much better, right? I'll do the same for the other little ear hole. I'm doing it off camera because I really need to be precise. Do you use a vacuum chamber for the gassing? No, I don't have a vacuum chamber. I want to get one, and there's been a lot of suggestions of how to make a DIY one, where to buy one. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Currently, I do not have a vacuum chamber, unfortunately. I hope I get to have one at some point, but yeah, right now it's not an option. Now, I don't know what I did before, because the previous eyes looked a little bit cleaner than these ones with the bubbles. I'm trying to remember if I did anything differently, but I actually cannot think of anything different back then. I'm not sure if maybe it's the resin that's also getting old and it's generating those little bubbles. What I usually do instead of vacuum chamber is I blast the resin with a little bit of fire, and the fire will take care of most of the bubbles, not all of them, unfortunately. But yeah, it will pop because the epoxy resin will become much more liquid. It will stop being thick like honey and will become more like water. So with that, yeah, troublesome. Wait, sorry, I'm locked in here. When I do that, probably make anything better, I guess. But yeah, like, I do not have currently a vacuum chamber. I hope one day I get one. I'm also gonna need like special space for that too, because vacuum chambers are not small. Okay, so now I have this eye. I already cleaned the sides. So yeah, honestly, I'm more concerned about the bubble. Well, I'm less concerned about the bubbles as I am from the color being lost. Because you can see this looks very green, grayish, right? But I swear to you, well, no, I don't even need to swear to you. You can prove it yourself. You can go back on stream and watch it. This is kind of tricky. Where is it? Oh my god. Oh, right here. Okay. These are the colors that I used here. Like, this is the blue that's inside of the eye right now. However, for some reason, the eye looks like this. Like, all the blue faded away, and I'm not sure if it's a reaction. Well, no, I think it's just some sort of refraction effect of the resin, because the resin is slightly yellow. So, like, the yellowish tint is, like, stripping the blue away on the casting, and it's kind of sad. Like, it does feel slightly off for Neuro-Sama. So that's another thing I want to change in the future. But yeah, like, I'm stressed more because, yeah, the bubbles are a problem, but you're looking at this probably closer than anyone will. Like, even in the 4K video, you are not gonna see the eye this up close, you know? And but the color really makes a difference. It does feel like another character, like a misinterpretation of the character. So I'm not in love with that. I would rather fix the coloring issue than the bubble issue, because the bubble is very minor. Like, yes, it is visible, but it's only visible if you go all the way in. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to solve both of them. That would be great. Personally, bubbles look good for me. It looks like the effects the animator makes to make anime girl eyes. I want to try that at some point. Yeah, making like Sailor Moon eyes, but I don't think this is the solution. I think that could be tweaked either with lighting and making like the big glossy bits like an actual piece that you light on, that you shine light upon, or having big piece that you shine light upon, or yeah, making an eye that has like inner pieces that look like the big Sailor Moon glossy eyes. But yeah, like the fun part about this is that even when I fail with this stuff, even if something goes wrong with the casts, I'm still learning a lot from all these eyeballs, and that's my main goal. Like I started making Evil only because I wanted to master the techniques behind eyes. So every single time I do this, I feel very encouraged. Even if it's a big failure, it's like, okay, now I know this is a problem, now I know this is a problem. The epoxy turned yellow and the blue turned green. Yeah. That's what I think happened. But it didn't turn yellow, it's always been yellow. Because yesterday we made the test when I threw the resin straight into the mold. Oh, this one looks really good. Again, those orange spots. I think it's my fault because I marked the mold with a little bit of Sharpie. It feels like it's very far away, but somehow I feel like that Sharpie is making it into the mold, and that's what's getting this ugly spots around the eyes. You can see that one too, right? But yeah, we'll work on this, we'll perfect this. For now, we have to work with what we've got. There's no other way around this. But we'll do it, we'll make do. Like, I mean, there's like a not very strong consensus on fan art colors. Sometimes you'll see the twins with more of a blonde color, more of a brown color, and I guess eyeballs are the same. But yeah, I'll try to work on it to make it more perfect in the future. It's a lot of trial and error here. It's what we do best in the workshop. I like twins fan arts, they are so cute. Yes, they are very cute. I'm just saying that there's not a lot of, like, sometimes the colors are not the most constant thing, so I think we'll make do with if the eyes are slightly less blue than they should be. Do you apply varnish to your eyes afterwards? I did apply a type of varnish. It's not varnish, more like acrylic or like a lacquer, because I thought that could be a problem. So the next set of eyes, I did the same thing. So I have these ones, right? And yesterday we prepared the other set of eyes for the same thing. And they're here. And you can see that the blue got still taken away, even though they have an extra protective layer of color. So yeah, still not a solution, unfortunately. But I did try. I added a little rattle can of, yeah, it's just lacquer. But it didn't work. Like, I thought maybe it would help save the color from any sort of change. But yeah, I don't think it's a chemical reaction. I think it's more of a light refraction thing here. So if I work on this, I think my first step, my first attempt, when we make new eyes, we'll be probably trying to buy a new resin that hopefully is a little bit more transparent. But yeah, I cannot do that right now. Only going to buy it would take me the whole day, so I'd rather stick with what we've got, make it work however I can, and yeah, make do from there. But yeah. I'm definitely gonna try that in the future. But yeah, the lacquer was not the solution either. Unfortunately, no! Okay, I think the thing's already dry, but dropped my tower of molds here. So I'm just quickly gonna clean this one. I mean, I've never used a dropper when coloring the twins. And I think my renditions look... Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel... It will still feel like Neuro. I am kind of obsessive when it comes to those sort of details, and I do love to be as accurate as possible with colors and things, but yeah, I mean, I'm just bad at mixing colors sometimes, but no, it's like here in the refraction of the color and stuff, I mean, there's nothing we could do. It's more, the only thing that could have saved this is if I had done this before, I've learned about the mistake, and then I would have done it again. But yeah, right now that is not an option, but it's okay. We still have time after this. Like, I'd rather spend extra time in order to have the puppets be as perfect as possible in the future. But right now, we've got a deadline in 4 days. But yeah, thank you for your comment, Clown. So I'm trying to grab it very gently because I don't want also to damage the general coating. Like, a lot of pressure might make it lose its shine. Ah, yeah, the official Puma plushie of Neuro-Sama accuracy royal blue eyes instead of... That's interesting because they're not actually like full-on blue. But yeah. I'm just trying to clean these stupid ear holes or whatever. For pleasure. I mean, good thing the resin is still kind of rubbery. If it was rock hard, I would be cooked. But that might mean that I need to make the casting of the other eyes also later today. Too early, so it's not too hard to remove tomorrow if this thing happens again. One thing I can't think of design-wise, they wanted more contrast to the ribbon. Maybe material coral selection was somewhat well. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, the ribbon and the plushie? I've never paid that much attention to how the plushie is designed. Like, I have like a general idea, mostly from the thumbnail of the Drive parody. But the plushie have pretty muted colors. Well, that's the other thing. The problem is the bridge gap between digital and physical mediums is a lot because, yeah, like physical stuff will always have its own material properties and colors are not that easy to control there. Like, as much as you would like to have a neon green whatever, green or the color will always be limited in brightness to whatever material it is. So unless you're printing in acrylic, if you're doing it in fabric and stuff, it will still be well, muted because of the fibers of the fabric and stuff. And that happens a lot here, like bridging this gap between the digital color and whatever you can do with the pigments you have at hand, with the paint you have at hand. Well, yeah, it's a little limitation. You need to live with it. But yeah, I'm working on it to keep on making it things as accurate as possible. Like I can assure you I'm pretty obsessive with those sort of details. I do like to have things as straight as possible, but yeah, sometimes you cannot win them all, right? But you had pretty muted colors overall, yeah. Okay, we've been doing pretty good on these recent streams. I'm very impressed. Like, before yesterday, our usual streams were about 12 people. Right now we're at 17, which is a very good number. Well, I mean, compared to what we're used to, I'm not that hooked into numbers. I do have like the little nudge of wanting to make it to a Twitch partner, and that's the only thing that I care about for the numbers, but it's a long way. But hey, I'm glad I have this instead of having a 20k audience that says nothing but cheap viewers at streamaboo.com. Homeless swarm. Yeah, that is true. Maybe you don't remember the old models very well. Neuro had very muted colors, and Evil's model was just a reskin. Yeah. Well, the Evil that I made was based on that one. Because I made Evil before her birthday. It was on her birthday that Evil had her hair color changed into a darker brown. She used to be like, yeah, just a Neuro reskin, and that's what I originally started working on. But and the thing is, her eyes are red. So because her eyes are red, they still don't feel very muted. Red is a very intense color, very easy to spot color. So yeah. It's me and my 5 alts. Oh, thank you. Let's see your 5 alts here, Long. There's an interesting thing with Bell's plushie. It's kind of hard photographing incorrect green tone hazard. Server mentioned how desaturated look when showing it on stream. Oh, interesting. So it's like super intense. Your emotional dependence needs to be filled. Well, I'm glad at least I can help you with that somehow. I'm not Neuro, but I'm mildly Neuro adjacent, I guess. Okay, so I need to sort out this 3 mouth. More of a matter of luck in how they went. So one of these is going to be the S, one of these is going to be the L, and one of this is going to be the E. I think I'm going for S, L, and E. So we do that. This one needs to be worked on first, since it needs 2 different layers of work. So I'm gonna sculpt first the tongue, leave it to dry, and once it dries, I'll make the teeth on top of the tongue. Oh, I'm not showing anything on the screen because I'm on the super zoom in. Haha. So yeah, these are the 3 mouths. Right? So I'm gonna be using them. This one will be the S. This one will be the L. No, this one is gonna be the E, and this one's gonna be the L. And I'm choosing that because of the little variations in how I carved the face. Like, that was not something I thought very much about when I was doing it, but there's like variations whenever you're carving. And according to that variations, I'm choosing which one fits better for each expression. So this one is better for the L because I have a little bit more space vertically. This one's good for the E because I have a little bit more space than this one, and the shape will also help me frame the teeth a little bit better. And this one's going to be the S, I mean, by process of elimination, but also it's got like a nice smile shape. So I think it will work probably best. So yeah, that's my plan for these three. Finished watching Minecraft Hardcore Marathon half an hour ago. Did you see the crawl video, or did you see the whole thing? I'm very lonely and miss AI in my life. Oh, also maybe tomorrow we'll have Fillion, right? If the ARG was true, but I don't know. I'm really concerned for Fillion too, what her design will change. Or I don't know, it feels weird thinking that stream was the last time we saw Fillion. And now Fillion is lost. But yeah, it was very... Now I'm looking at it, comparing it, it seems like Cardigan has become 2 shades redder. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Well, I gave the new version's image reference to the tailoring department. Had the worst possible time zone. You had the time zone for only watching the slop clones talking to each other about milking themselves. Slop is the best part. The Chinese monologues. Filipino boy about to become an actual girl. The cardigan has become shades redder, so the suit became darker. The hair has become lighter with Neuro. Yeah, I might have changed in... I mean, I guess the design just mutates slightly every now and then, but what I think is right is that we probably won't see like big design changes soon, since, you know, Annie's not around anymore, I guess. We were watching the Minecraft stream live when it happened, and it was very, very fun. It was really... Sabathon last year was terrible, waking up at 8 p.m, watching the stream for 12 hours and spending a couple of hours soaking from sitting on the computer and going to bed, and went for almost a month straight. Yeah, how long did the Sabathon take? It ended until February, didn't it? Something like that? No, because on March we had Evil Neuro birthday. New outfits maybe, but yeah, I don't think the design will change too much. Also because if you change the design, it's such a pain in the butt, because now you also need to change the 3D model, and you need to change the emotes, and you need to change, like, there's a lot of stuff to change whenever you make that sort of modifications. Not in January, but the drought hit hard in February. Yeah, it was like a full month of no noodle. So right now I'm mixing just a teeny tiny bit of clay. I'm going to be using for the tongue and the L shape of the mouth. Well, I meant both of them. Like, you know, the subathon ended January then until February. Yeah, because I think they were already streaming back in March. I was already working on the puppet. I believe I've been doing this for almost a full year now, making noodles. The clown models were used for 2 or 3 times and that's it. They were very cute. Can't they just be reused? You make it sound like they're lost for some reason. And they still have them, right? Well, maybe they would need to adapt the colors, but I'm guessing they could be used, right? The clown models. What were the clouds models for originally? Was it like a Halloween thing? Like a... It was an Obsolescent content run off until February, so made feel... Yeah. Well, if we use them now, they wouldn't fit the new models. Wait, they changed in proportions? Like the bodies changed? Outfits are set to fit the base model. I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know how VTuber models function. The proportions are different. Oh, really? I didn't think their proportions changed. But no, maybe you're right, because yesterday we were watching Swarm FM. There were a couple of videos where I saw Neuro and I was like, why does she look so thin? Oh, they were way taller. You know what? Maybe that's screwing up my scale and that might suck. Because the scale I used was from the wiki, and it did say that the twins were like 6 foot tall. So I designed everything around that idea, and like according to my scale, I tried to keep all of them at the same scale, because if I ever get to make more models or more characters, I would like them to be able to interact with each other in a decent scale. But yeah, now if they're smaller now, I can remember getting the measurement from the wiki and it said that she was about 6 feet. But I'm sure if that has changed and now yeah, they're very tall. I think it's even more than that, like it's actually 1.87 or something. Reddit main and Neuro models couldn't find. What? Was that data? Let me check, but give me a second. Models comparison. The coding for the twins different to interact with a different model. I wouldn't know. I mean, I feel like they don't interact that much with their model, right? Like the model's just follows like a little bit of maybe, you know, like dynamics, and but doesn't feel like they can do a lot of changes on their model itself besides like changing their hair. They spin, yeah, but the spin must be easy, right? It's like a basic computer graphics operation there. Spin, spin. It took half a year for Evil to smile. Oh wow, yeah, she was much taller. Well, that sucks. Now my model's upscale. God damn it. Now I'm annoyed. Are you telling me I've been working off scale for more than 6 months already? Neuro goes backwards. Don't think the proportions being different matters. Yeah, I do believe like there's still leaning space, but I really wanted to have like a consistent scaling with my puppets. So if I ever get to make other guys, like I don't know, Crowley, Ellie, whatever, I would be able to have them like sitting in the same room and look somewhat reasonable, you know? The official music videos are more professional. Well, yeah, the style and what was her name? Luna? No. The style and the videos are... We would just eclipse everyone in height. Yeah, she's pretty tall, right? Well, this girl, Kaido Crocodile, is also pretty tall. She's like 6 feet 11. She's almost 7 feet tall. I need some water for softening this thing. And I'm gonna need some tools. This, and maybe my beloved, the silicone tip. Who else is pretty tall? Coco's tall too, right? Who's taller, Coco or Curly? Well, the thing is, Curly has a base. Whatever, because makes sense most of it. I mean, Saba is 35 centimeters tall. but yeah, like, I don't know if they have official heights. Oh, so I washed the thing, but I didn't get water. The official music videos. Crow, which clips everyone. Everything is wrong now. Time to redo everything. Alright, time to restart. We can still finish by tomorrow if I start over right now. No, that would be insane. Probably my schizophrenia, but it seems to me that old models work by switching animations. I controlled in real time. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I have like the trained eye to figure that out by myself. How would the switching animations work? Oh yeah, like the idle animation, like you have like a little animation where she just moves up and down and then that switches into something else, a different state. Same face shape, bigger eyes. Okay. God damn it. Why doesn't it stick to itself? You are the same thing. In case the need ever arises, how long do you think it would take to make shorter body for the twins? Well, if it's only the body, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. But if it's like changing the whole body, the head, and everything else, yeah, well, it will take the same amount of time. That's been taking already like 2 months, maybe. Also, that would be so annoying. I think I'm gonna have to avoid that thought for, well, not avoid that thought. The thing is, if that was the thing, what would hurt me the most would be redesigning the cloth, because I would have to pay for that, and I would definitely not have a way for actually paying 2 new outfits for the twins right now. And especially like having used their outfits only once, that would be terribly painful. So yeah, I would be more concerned about the clothes that I haven't even seen, so I'm not sure even how they're looking right now. But allegedly we'll have them tomorrow. Why doesn't it stick? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna pull this straight close to my face so I can actually see what's going on. Oh, you know what? This might be my punishment for smoothing out the inside of the mouth yesterday, which was definitely the right thing to do, but now it's like it's so smooth that nothing sticks. I remember when I thought this was the fun part of making mouths. Okay, I think it finally stuck. Ah. Okay. It was always a mystery to me why the cardigan on the old model was fastened with only one button. Oh no. Let me check the model again. I have it over here. Oh yeah. Well, not even a button, right? It seems like it was fastened with the bow itself. I don't know, it's like kind of those things that VTuber clothes most of the time don't make sense. It's what character designers call anime bullshit. So you'll have a character and you'll put random straps on their thighs for absolutely no reason that serve no purpose whatsoever. And that's somehow like a very basic, a very well-established convention of character design. Can you tuck the excess length away somewhere? Of what? Of the clothes? Maybe, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it myself, probably. So I'd have to ask. Maybe if it's just like a tweak, it won't be as expensive as a brand new clothes. Okay, I think this is working. There's some differences, mouth, chin, nose, and seem to be spaced a bit differently. Okay, I mean, that's manageable, but if the size of the head changes, that's where it breaks me. Because if you change the size of the head, I need to change the design of everything. I need to reprint the head, reprint the face, reprint the mouth, reprint the eyes, and all of that's what would pile up into a lot of work. But honestly, if it's my first puppet, I think we can manage, even if it might be a little bit of scale. And yeah, like maybe like I would rather, I don't know, wait 5 years and make a puppet for Neuro version 7 than keep tweaking this one infinitely for making 10 seconds of animation with each puppet, because there will always be something new. That's also something that I need to be careful about whenever I make a puppet, that I have to be careful to make sure it will still be around. Imagine I started working on Filian for some reason, and yeah, I'm working on Filian, and now Filian doesn't exist. I also had a point, at some point when I started working on Evil, or I think when I started live streaming, I had the thought of, hey, wouldn't it be fun to make a Gura? I think Gura would be fun. She's pretty cool. I like her a lot. Yeah, it would be a nice addition to have a Gura model. And guess what? Gura is no more. Neuro has a nose. Well, that's also tricky because noses, like you can skip them in 2D and make like, the tiny dot, but in 3D, you cannot make a tiny dot of a nose. It looks weird. Except towards the shape of the face, it will make you look like Voldemort. So when you apply volume, it gets wacky. Has more nose than Crow, yeah. Sorry, I know I'm not working on camera, but I'm trying to be very careful right now sculpting this tongue. So you'll have to imagine it with me. Neuro de muerte. So there's a tongue. It feels kind of weird, but it's okay. Now, this one's fine. I need teeth and things in all of these. Wait, who's leaving now? Head back to work. All right, good luck. Good luck, they'll think. Best of luck. Body proportions are noticeable might matter if there are other character puppets too. Yeah, I know, and it pains me a lot to think about that, but like if they're not like breaking, how to say this, like if they're not like reality breaking proportions, like if I don't have them be like 20 foot tall, I think it's still manageable. Like no one's gonna be very like precise. If all the other characters have their own, like they look tall if they are tall, or they look short if they are short, I think it won't have that much of an impact. But yeah, I do understand. But I mean, I was working with the proportions they had when I started working on this thing. It's very annoying. Just make the other puppets a bit bigger scale so these two will feel like children. Well, it depends on which puppet I end up making next. Because if I end up making, for example, Aqua's tiny. So even if these guys end up is that like a high in Polish? Really won't notice too much if they're somewhat off model. Yeah. I'll try to make a future. Again, I think I can make it work as it is. These are my variations. Hello. Okay. How's it going, Blacksmith? How are you doing today? Also, a lot of shots you don't see a full puppet. So yeah, that's true. So I could, if I really need to make like the shot feel like they're taller or shorter, I can trick it with classic cinema tricks. That's just like placing the short characters in a box, or putting like Evil and Neuro slightly crouched down, and that way I can, like, it's not a full body shot, it will make it feel like the size is accurate. Yeah, that's a better way to deal with it for now. Again, because repeating more and more of this stuff will just end up in tragedy. We'll never make another character that's not a Neuro if we keep tweaking every time her design changes. Do stop motion puppets ever have moving shoulders? Yeah. It's kind of a bit of technical prowess, honestly. Like, there's a couple of rigs that can be designed to have the puppet's shoulder be able to move like up and down, like rotate a little bit. But it is a challenging part. It's a lot of very finicky little parts. What you can do with wire, when you're doing like wire puppet, is I should have a Sharpie somewhere. I think it's on the other way. Oh, the other way on the other tail. Okay, I'll be right back. So what you can do that sort of gives you a little bit of shoulder movement, but it's not too much, it's not perfect, is when you're making a wire doll. For example, these guys don't have shoulder movement, and I'm gonna have to live with that. It's part of my design. Maybe I'll improve on that in the future. But usually what they'll do is you have like the body wire structure of the body. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have the legs, and that's it, right? So you'll join something here, and then what you will do, well, let's make this taller a little bit, and from here you will go a little bit down and then a little bit up, or something like that. I don't remember quite how they did this. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Sort of like to emulate the clavicle with the wire. And here's where the arm starts. So having this bit, this little like shape here made out of wire, allows you for a little bit of shoulder movement. It's not perfect. It will not give you like the full body range of an actual shoulder, but it does well enough. And that's what you do with a wire puppet. If you're actually making like a puppet out of yeah, like you know, metal parts, they will make like more complex shape. Like a little plate of metal with a boil joint that joins to another joint. I don't know exactly how it works. I would have to look up an image and look in detail to actually tell you. But it is possible. It's just tricky. It's one of the most tricky parts. And it's usually not that important because it's like shoulder movements, they are for very, very, very precise acting. It's a kind of acting that animation usually is very forgiving of. So most of the time people will rather just not bother with complex shoulder movement if they can fix it with moving the body around and that sort of stuff. It's a big risk, not that big reward kind of thing. Well, not risk, but big workload, I don't know. Don't you think people are obsessed with their height these days? I don't think shoes with giant platforms make a person overall appearance look bad. I'm automatically disgusted by this parity between body proportions and height. No, honestly, like, I don't care that much about that. Well, the thing is, I'm a decently tall person, so I guess I'm never like concerned about other people's height. But I'm not sure if, like, there's other people who, yeah, do want to feel taller for some reason. Like, to me, it's never been special because to me, being tall is kind of normal. So I don't really care about being the tallest person in the room or stuff like that. But that's interesting. I usually don't pay attention to that at all. My height stopped being relevant for me in middle school. Yeah, probably for me too, something like that. I came back from fam to fam home, only 4 days remote left and then 2 free weeks. Oh, cool. You'll have your nice little vacation. My feet reach the ground, so I'm all good. Oh, it's very annoying to have your feet reach the ground when you're like all in a regular sized chairs and stuff, because yeah, your feet will reach the ground, but you'll have your knees above the height of your hips, and that's very uncomfortable. And that's my experience in most planes and buses and whatever. Problem is that they create ugly solution to not any problem. Yeah, I don't know, like, to me it doesn't feel ugly. It might feel weird, especially like if there's like a certain threshold. Like, I don't mind, I don't know, a girl wearing high heels. Like, that's not something I'm into, but I don't mind it. But there's like a point where they start using like platforms on top of the high heels where it's not that I find them ugly or not, but I'm kind of concerned of fall damage, you know? Like, that's just a broken ankle waiting to happen. But to me, it doesn't have any sort of effect on if, like, visually, I think I don't really care about that much. Do you mind the women wearing shoulder pads? It's kind of pretentious, honestly. What are shoulder pads? Like having something in your shoulder that makes them look like broader. Like there's some jackets or... I'm so bad with clothing lingo. Like everything's just a jacket to me or a shirt. But I know there's like a million different names for different pieces of clothing. Yeah, like a coat. I think maybe a coat is the right word. That has like a little bit like triangular shaped shoulders. And that will make it look, yeah, like your back is bigger. Cardigan? The cardigan also has shoulder pads now. Does it? Kick down doors without injuring your shoulder? No, it's just to look intimidating. Like, it's not like full-on American football type shoulder pads. It's just like a piece of fabric. It's just to modify your silhouette of your body. But you're probably still gonna break your shoulder. Well, they put things in their bras, wear heels, pump their lips, get nail extensions. As soon as they do all that for themselves, shame that they're getting further and further away from accepting themselves as they are. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, it's not really something I would... Yeah, like, I don't get hooked up on my own personal looks. And yeah, also, like, I don't really understand people. But I mean, I guess it's an actual stress, you know, it's a stress factor that other people have to deal with. And everyone deals with it with a different way. And some people will, well, with the proper resources, some people will pay themselves a new body. Some others will just pay themselves a little bit of therapy. And others will just live with it, I guess. There's too much crap in life. Whine about that you're not. Apparently, there's not that much. I was just thinking about that recently. I feel like there's always something that you might want to change and fix in your own life, but it might not always be healthy. If you're still like every day looking for something like I don't know, like the kind of things you might want with deep desire, there might be someone else who also has them, or already has them, and is still deeply desiring something else, and it's kind of broken about it. Like, there's always like always an uphill battle. Some people it might be with their bodies, some people it might be with their jobs or whatever, money, family. I don't know. But yeah, like, I think it's better to concern yourself with, you know, more productive stuff. But I don't know, I'm just a man who makes little puppets on the internet, you know? I'm not saving lives here. Does it depend on makeup? There are so make anyone look like a clown, or it won't change anything. I don't know anything about makeup. I've never used it myself. But I feel like it's a whole art on its own, you know? Like, painting the face to trick into different shapes of the face, and it's like a lot of tricky shading and blending of colors. It's like a whole... I mean, it's the same logic behind painting one of these tiny faces. There's a lot more variables there, right? You have the moistureness or the oiliness of the face and all that stuff. And it's a very interesting craft, I would say. Like, I know a lot of people on the studio where I used to work that worked on mostly on the hair department of the puppets. They were professional makeup artists. So I would learn a little bit here or there on how things were done. And yeah, like, it's a whole science. I don't know if I would care about that sort of science of making somebody look perfect, because I don't know if the idea of making somebody look perfect even makes sense. But I know there's a lot of logic behind it. Like, yeah, you need to use this base, and then you apply this, and then this powder will reduce reflections, and then this other powder will augment reflections, and then you do this, and then apply that, and then another layer, then a couple of fixer sprays. Yeah, I mean, it's a craft. Certainly a craft. But yeah, I wouldn't know. Like, I don't know, like, I see it more of something you do for a movie, but not for your day-to-day life. But I don't know, like, people, some things work for people, you know, and some things don't. And it also depends on whatever environment you move in. Like, if you want to live in the world of fashion and Milan and stuff, of course you need the craziest makeup available. But if you're just chilling, having a beer with a friend, you might not want to have any flashy makeup. Typical makeup on Asian models scares me. I think I've never seen like a full-on... I feel like Koreans currently have like a lot of fame for being very proficient with their makeup, right? Like they have like a whole makeup industry nowadays. Like I remember people saying that, oh yeah, if you are going to buy like a, I don't know, face mask for your face, you should buy the Korean ones because the Koreans are investing millions and millions of their technology into perfecting aesthetics and stuff. And it's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know if, well, I mean, I've seen a couple of, there's usually like, how do I say this, like intentionally off-putting makeups, like that girl from Dandadan. I don't remember the name, but it's like a fashion style that's just intentionally ugly. Like there's a main character girl in Dandadan, and she's got like a friend in school in the first episode. I only seen the first episode of Dandadan, and she's wearing like crazy, yeah, terracotta outfit, well, a makeup base with big like white tears around the eyes. It really looks like a clown. But I don't know, like it's a style. I cannot say I get it, but yeah, I don't know. Some sort of artistic expression, and also teenagers are weird. Yeah, I'm almost frame. I don't remember her name. Yeah, she becomes irrelevant pretty soon, probably, right? I've never seen her again. What the hell? Bossa Nova Underground Mario. So yeah, this will be our closed face for the teeth. This is gonna work as most of the consonants in our lip sync. This is gonna be useful as C, S, K, X, N. That's what it is. It's very weird when it's not colored, because sometimes I see it and I see more like a mask under, like a piece of flesh, something weird. People make combination terracotta warriors look more human than that. Can I remember more than 2 variations of evil puppets half of the lower face? Wait, what? Can I remember more than 2 variations of the evil's puppet half of the face? I did plenty of faces. I've got them right here. But I mean, it's very, like, it's consonants. Then there's the O, U, E, L, A, R. I made an F specifically for evil because of the F in Crazy Fucking Robot Body. Like, the F is very, very hard. So in order to make the lip sync there, I had to make a special F for that. Like a very, very clear teeth out F. Oh, of the upper half of the face. You mean like the eyebrows? Yeah, I only had open eyes, closed eyes. I had 2 different closed eyes because they tried 2 different things. And I think I used them both. But yeah, the thing is, I didn't mess too much with the upper part of the face because she had a lot of hair in front of her. So trying to make any change there was usually like a lot of work that wasn't really worth the effort. So I would rather not have her blink too much and not have her use her eyes that much. But I did make angry eyebrows, which I never loved. I feel like they looked really, really weird. But I did use them, I think, in the Crazy Fucking Robot body animation. And I did have the normal eyes, half eyes, like half a blink with the eyes half closed, and the fully closed eyes, which had two variations. One had the eyelash at the very bottom, which looked more like sleepy. I used to change half of the face and not the whole thing, as if it would, because it would make things a lot more work. So it's sort of an exponential thing. So imagine right now I'm making mouth, right? For a puppet to have like a full emotional range, or like a single mouth set, you will need about 10 to 15, let's say, like, let's keep it low. About 10 mouths is what you need for a single vocal set, let's call it, right? So yeah, your A, your L, your S, your R, your E, your F, your M, neutral face, and all of that. So, but if you want to have like sad faces, you need another 10 sets of those faces, right? So you're gonna need the sad face for also another E, L, M, N, A, all that stuff. And maybe an angry face. If you need an angry face, you also need another 10. So that's about 30 mouths, right? If you have them set with the eye, that means you need to sculpt the angry eyes 15 times. Or, well, no, you need to sculpt the angry eyes 10 times, right, for each mouth. So if you change the whole piece, it's kind of tricky because eyes are very important in design. And if your eyes, like if your faces share the same emotional expression, right, of the eyebrows being like angry, let's say, and you use those, it's a lot of work to have it match perfectly between each frame. You would have to sculpt each eyebrow very, very, very accurately in your 10 models. And if you don't do that, when you're changing mouths, yeah, the mouth might move fine because there's a lot of difference, but because you're trying to do the same thing, but you're not actually making it on the eyebrows will be slightly like jittering up and down, even though they're angry, like they will be behaving in random patterns. So there's two things there. If you do that, like doing this, yes, I still need to make 30 mouths, but I only need to sculpt 3 eyebrows, you know? And yeah, it also helps you blend things because I can switch and mix like the happy faces with the angry eyebrows can give me something somewhat like an evil grin, you know, like someone being bad but enjoying it, something like that. And if I didn't do it by separating the pieces, I would have to make another set of 10 mouths, or well, faces, let's say, that are the angry happy face and the angry sad face and the angry, so all the mixes and matches starts to pile up into an exponential amount of stuff. It's what they do use in big studios like Laika for their movies. So those guys, they don't care. They animate the movie in 3D and then just print every single face of the 3D animation, and that's what they use in the movie. I don't have that kind of budget, nor that kind of patience, nor that experience on 3D at all. So yeah, like that could be more efficient if I somehow manage to actually do it. But right now it's kind of tricky for me because I don't have the resources to do that stuff. So I think the easiest way to make all of this would actually be if I had like a fully rigged model. I would animate the model doing all the stuff. Understand, accept your arguments, but in the example of Evil's animation, all the facial animation, yes, but think about the blink. So if I want to make Evil blink, I will also need like to decide what frame do I need the blink on in the phrase, let's say. So if she's going to say crazy fucking robot body and I'm gonna blink in the crazy, I'm also gonna need like full face. So I'm gonna have my normal set of faces, and I'm also gonna need another set of faces for the words crazy, right? Or the word crazy, which is already like 5 different mouths. So it's kind of easier to manage when you sort of like sort it out into pieces. Because it gives you more versatility as an animator. Like when you do that, like single faces, you're reducing your expressiveness. Because here's the thing, usually, well, I don't know, that might be different in big studios, but replaceable eyes, closed and mid-closed. Oh yeah, you mean like changing the eyes themselves? Maybe, I think it would be kind of weird. I could do it with eyelids by themselves. Like I did work with some characters in the movie where they would have like just an eyelid. So I would have like a little shell like this, and that shell I would place on top of the eye. It's okay, but sometimes it feels weird. Like having a shell on top of the eye to close the eye. It makes the eye feel kind of bulgy, kind of like what Evil felt like in the animation. And also because the mechanism I was trying to implement on the eyes were the rolling eyes with the magnetic stuff, there was a chance that it wouldn't work, like because there's no secure place for it to stick. But yeah, that's another way to do it. I've never loved how it looked though. Those little eyes, for some reason they feel... Yeah, because it's not part of the face itself, it feels like a weird little shell. They feel kind of very, I don't know, large. There is a dog barking its heart out outside, and I don't know what's going on. Hello, Jan. But it could be, like it is a possibility. Just never loved how it looks. I mean, in the end I was trying to make something that I thought would look better. I would understand if they needed eyebrows shaping. So that's the thing. The only thing that I've not done at all with this, guys, is eyebrows. Because the problem I have with eyebrows is they have the stupid X-ray anime effect, but I cannot do the X-ray anime effect in stop motion animation. It's not physically possible. So it's very hard for me to make their eyebrows because they have very thin, very small eyebrows, which are very pretty and stuff. But when you try to make them with the hair in front of the head and stuff, they're barely noticeable, so it's not really worth the effort. But yeah, like I've struggled with the idea of how the Evil's and Neuro's eyebrows work and how could I make them work. I mean, right now I guess I'm just sticking to what already worked once, but I could be open to exploring more in the future. But yeah, eyebrows are a whole thing. Still fighting with painting? Well, painting didn't work. I started over. So I've been working on new faces from scratch. Right now I'm sculpting the teeth in these. Yeah, like the painting, I just gave up. Like the thing is cursed. So I could try to put them in the oven for a little longer. Maybe that works. But I'd rather right now make something I know will work than keep doing stuff. Yeah, so this mouth, as you can see, this is the natural color of the resin. This is not the white as the other one. This one's a little gray, and this one's polyester resin, which is kind of wonky, but to me it works really well. I've used it for a long time, and it works really well, and it's like trustworthy to me. So I went on with this one instead of the other one that has been just acting up. Maybe that works right after I said that works. But well, when did you say that works? An entirely different thing. Okay, it's interesting. Nice little coincidence there. How do the eyes move left and right? Do they sit on a gimbal? Yeah, they have like a little gimbal mechanism. I can show it to you right now. Over here. So this is something we designed on stream, but I think it's gonna work really well. So it's gonna be this little mechanism. It's gonna have a magnet here that sticks inside of the head, keeps it in place. And yeah, this thing has got like a little 2-axis rotation system that allows it to move around very easily. So that's the idea for the eyes to move around. So it's held here by some bolts, and then there has another set of bolts in here, and that's how it works. It's pretty simple but efficient mechanism. Great. Yeah, that one was one of the very first contributions of Diva Dava to this channel, if I remember correctly. And yeah, they look really promising. I really hope this system works well, because using this system in all the puppets will make it really nice, really nice. Your late mouth decay. Resin is never late. It cures precisely when. Polyurethane is the one who just cures whenever it wants. It was really fun trying to come up with something to make the eyes well. Yeah, we spent a lot of time like thinking on different mechanisms. We even built in 3D like a bunch of different designs. There was another variation, but we had some sort of gimbal problem there. And then we had another variation that just didn't have like any solid base to stand on because it required a lot of magnetic force. That sounded kind of surreal for such a small piece. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on those streams. I really hope once things calm down, we can, like, before I start working like straight up on whatever next puppet is, I will look to like just sit down and see if we can spend some time doing just general R&D, you know, like testing the paint to see, or the resin, to see what the problem could have been, trying to improve the, or yeah, compare like how the mechanisms work, if they need some more work, if I would love to do that so that our next push can be much easier. Like, I feel like it's already gonna be a lot easier whatever we make next, because I already learned a lot of things here. Like, we already figured out the pieces. It's gonna be our playground, you know. But yeah, right now, Neuro-Sama is our top priority, and after that, probably we'll make some sort of Neuro-Sama extravaganza. But yeah, maybe after that we can spend a couple of weeks just sitting down and saying like, hey, what should we experiment on? What should we try to sort out this time? Okay, so this part is actually still kind of relaxing. Once you finish like the stressful part and it's all about smoothing down the surface, it becomes more relaxing. I'm wondering, weren't distracted by the chat, how many days would go faster? I don't know, honestly. But here's the thing, if I wasn't distracted by the chat, it would be a more unpleasant experience to me. Like, I do like, when I was working on Evil, I had a lot of fun, and it was sort of, I'm not sure if it's, well, the thing is, I would have, like, many of the mistakes that I had without the chat probably would have been worse, you know? There were a couple of places where chat helped me. For example, designing the eyeball, you know? I could have spent days designing the eyeball, and maybe I would never like made something decent. I don't remember, but I feel like they've helped me a lot. So yeah, like chat kind of slows me down in the sense that I look to it, I respond to stuff, but at the same time it makes the experience more enjoyable to me. So it gives me more energy to keep making it, because I feel like I could get like overwhelmed or just stressed out more easily, especially like, for example, with the things going wrong. When I have the chat and stuff, it's like, okay, I can tell them it's wrong and just move on and maybe take a day off, maybe play some Silk Song. But if that happened to me while I'm not working or while I'm not streaming, I would probably have like just felt like, yeah, you know what, I might take the 2 days off, and those 2 days become 3 days and 4 days and sort of stuff like that. I might even have just given up on the stuff. And yeah, like having people to talk to while I'm working, it keeps me motivated and moving on. So I'm not quite sure. It's hard to account for, oh yes, I lost this many hours talking about what's the stupidest thing we've talked about? The Game Award. No, talking about, I don't know, whatever. I lost 2 hours ranting about I don't know, capitalism. But it's not like those hours were fully wasted, because they, you know, keep me active. They keep me entertained and having fun. And it's not stupid to use it. Yeah, I guess. So yeah, it's hard to quantify exactly. Like, if I wasn't talking to anybody, I would have finished this in 2 weeks. I don't really think so. And if I did, it probably would not be the same quality as it is right now. Also, leave me a lot more discouraged, you know. It's like, I might have gotten bored. How's everything going? It's coming along. I'm working on the faces. We already got year 3. That one's a freebie. I still need to do another one for the mouth, but I think we need to make more clay. This one's already getting very hard. Not only are we from the same region, but we are also from the same time zone. Oh, that's cool. Grocery delivered at 2 a.m. I mean, I don't think it's dumb, but it might just arrive tomorrow in the morning. I don't know how it works over there. Ow! God damn it. Life's better when people got your back. Yeah, that's true, Blacksmith. That is totally true. What a small world. Okay, so we need a tongue and teeth for this one, a tongue and teeth for that one. We still need to make the smile, oh, and this one. And yeah, well, that will be good to go, and the teeth on the first one, and they will be done. So I think we can finish this calmly. Oh, it's kind of late. But yeah, I think we can finish this calmly, like in an hour, and I can go have lunch then. God damn it, I forgot. But my lyrics. Da 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 da. Wait, did something happen? Mariano, was there a switch to winter time at your place? No. Daylight savings time has become illegal in this country. It's now a crime to move your clock. We did have the concept a couple of years ago, but yeah, like 5 or 6 years ago, it became illegal. So if you dare move your clock an hour, you'll go straight to prison. Or you'll be re-educated into the idea that daylight savings is not real. I don't know why they came up with just stopping with the daylight savings time. So yeah, we don't do that anymore. The clock stays the same forever. Forever. Tony can confirm. Then the subtropics, there are a difference in the length of the day. Night. So well, that is true. I mean, in Russia you have like the very long days and very long nights, right? Yeah, here it's more average, but still. If I understand correctly how it works. Yeah, I think you do. So here, like the day and night is more or less the same most of the time. So it's 12 hours difference, but apparently it's 11. Yeah. So right now it's 3 p.m. here. I've cancelled the clock change. Yes. Russia not only long, it's wide, length of the day. It's 9 p.m. here. 9 p.m. sounds Europe-y to me. Moved my hour one time by accident. 5 cups arrived at my house, broke the windows, broke the door, and ate my pizza. Yeah, that's what happens. UK. Oh yeah, Eurospot. Beyond polar circle length, they could be half a year. Oh yeah, yeah, I know that in the poles a day can be 6 months long. That's crazy. "5 p.m. the sun is setting." Yeah, that's more or less what we get here too. Yeah, at 7 a.m. is more or less, I think there's already a little bit of sun at 7 a.m. here. And the sundown's about 7 p.m. too. Light at 4, sunset at 8, 9. That's interesting. Somehow I like that idea, like the idea of having it be like dead dark at 5 o'clock. It's cool. Bit less than 5.5 hours of daylight. Sunset's at 3 p.m. I feel like sometimes that can be cool. I feel that that's cool if you're a tourist. It might be very tiresome if you live there. Sunset at 23? Whoa. Oh, sure. I feel like longer days will get to me more than longer nights. Like longer nights sound pleasant, longer days sound a little bit maddening. Yeah, white nights. Oh yeah, I've heard that phrase before. Yeah, that's what they call them. All year round. I've forgotten the exact timings. I don't believe in clocks. Look, today, yeah, we're doing really good in numbers. It's crazy. 26 people are watching. And that's not even counting the YouTubes, which is usually less, but... Oh no, maybe it's 21 here and 12 on YouTubes? I don't know. I am famous! I'm on TV, Mom! I don't know. It's just interesting. Summer makes up for a bit since... No, I'm on TV, I'm not being arrested this time. 4 1s. '60th parallel sunset at summer on 22, 25. What does parallel mean there? Light pollution with a solid cloud cover that is light, so you can walk around without any additional lighting. Well, I guess that only happens in big cities, right? That level of light pollution. Yeah, we also have plenty of light pollution here. Take a look at the other. 60th parallel sunset at summer around 22, 25 parallel. What does a parallel sunset mean? I can't believe this thing never dry. Let's see this pitch dark. Yeah, that makes sense. Parallel is latitude. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. What other place has the same latitude? Like Greenland? Some sections of Canada, maybe? Alaska? Sorry, I forgot the correct term, so I'll use Russian. Yeah, no worry. No worries, as long as... yeah, I'm just gonna ask. I'm not sure if I would have understood it in English either. I'm always asking stuff. Oh yeah, this tongue is much better than the other one. I'm loving how this tongue looks. Then it sounds like a lot of light. But that's not, I mean, if it looks like daylight, that cannot be, like, that's not people's houses, right? That's street lights being powerful as the sun. Cloud reflects light back. That makes sense, like it bounces straight down. But still, how much light do you need for that? That's not house lights, that's like stadium lights everywhere. Street lights, neon lights from ads. That's some strong ads there. Sounds like full on like 2077 not Cyberpunk, Blade Runner. It's not 2077, I don't remember what the number was in Blade Runner. 2048, something like that? Gotta watch Milk. Good luck. Yeah, say hi to Milk. Hope you have fun. And yeah, I'll probably be around after Milk ends her stream. Hey, maybe we could raid Milk on lunch, because I'm ending stream on lunch. So yeah, maybe you can be our inner spy, but we could raid Milk then in the middle of her stream. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, so I changed structures a little bit just because we're doing this very long streams. So I'm ending stream for lunch and restarting stream after it. Hope you don't mind. It's just because to let the computer rest and also so that YouTube doesn't take down the VOD. Your brain liquefaction, that's how you call it. I don't know a lot about Queen. Like this new format. You like me being like terribly overworked? Then I get a notification when you're back from lunch. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I can think about moving into this sort of format if it works for you guys better. Like right now I'm only doing it for the crunch of the rush here, but we can think about that. Am I even working on screen? Barely. Crunch per rush B. So it's only this, that other one, still plenty of mouths. Time flies when I'm doing this. I really thought it was like, I don't know, 2 p.m, not freaking 3:30 already. I don't have that much of a rush, but yeah, actually, I thought this would be faster. That's it. Okay, mouth. One more, then we need teeth for the L. Rush B for Emperor. I don't know what that means. Whammy Slab Hammer 40k. Oh, I don't know a lot about Warhammer. Smell's gonna be a little bit weird. It has arrived. It's time for late night dinner. Oh, so it did arrive. Your 2 a.m. Grocery shopping made it in... Oh, what the hell? Okay. Made it in 26 minutes. That's crazy. Have good services in big cities. That's I mean, it sounds good. We don't need more neuro in our life. Soon, soon. Just wait. Be strong. The subathon is approaching. Carbonating spill over the table when I... Oh no. That sucks. It came well shaken. Christopher to Spurs are eliminated. Hands and watches are rinsed. Back to dinner. Alright, enjoy your meal. What happened to the music? Okay, so I need to complete these teeth, the mouth there, and we're good to go. Still gonna need some extra to make the eyelids again, but that can wait. Sure, this is a good idea. It's kind of stiff. Let's see if we can save up. Speaking of music, yesterday I finally played a new story quest in Warframe called The Old Peace. So it's the lullaby of the manifold. Love this game, playing it right now, in fact, musically wonderful. I did see something about Warframe in the Game Awards. They announced some sort of, I don't know, DLC or another game, something like that. Just remember seeing the word Warframe, I was like, hey, I think I know that thing, we've heard that music in our stream. There we go. It's coming along, it's coming along. Flatten out his teeth. What's wrong with the music today? Another game, Soulframe, was their promo trailer for Old Peace. Oh. Too much grind and biopunk is not my thing. Biopunk? Never heard that term. I'm not conflicted about the story quest. It's not bad by any means, just plain disconnected. The whole story is pretty all over the place right now. One more row of teeth. Before Second Dream, there wasn't a story quests. I really don't know anything about Warframe. Oh, God damn it. This thing's already gone to waste. I will tell you nothing. It's story worth exploring for your own. Okay. See if someday I can make some time to play. Be fun. No will spoil Warframe's story. Where the entire sun is steeped in stuff in the second chapter of only somewhere around the middle does it explicitly state the technology behind Warframes, but their fixation on a style Wizards. Honey and Mia just looking at all the Warframe conversation without context and just having a blast. So, but what is Warframe? It's a shooter, right? It's like a third-person shooter game? That's my basic perception of the game. Oh no. That's not the definition of biopunk. I don't see cloning and infestation as biopunk. I think I wouldn't even know. Kind of awkward, but I think it will work. Bum, 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 bum. Third person action. Like Ninja Gaiden kind of game. Oh, looter shooter. Okay. There's ninjas with guns and magic. Okay. More like grind shooter. So insert the wrong thing. Yeah, don't worry. I always find it very interesting that you actually watch the stream in automatic translation. But also, it's kind of... Well, I mean, I feel like if the automatic translation can translate my English, that must mean I'm speaking a very decent level of English. That's really cool. By definition, it is biopunk. Oh, you understand me by ear. Okay, I don't know why I got that idea. The other day you were saying something about, yeah, being able to understand and talk to people that you didn't know at all, or that you didn't speak their language at all. I know, I For some reason, I think I assumed then that you can write myself. Okay, interesting. All right. Yeah, I don't know then where did I get the idea that it was an automatic translation. I mean, in general, I feel like automatic translations right now, they're not doing great. I feel they struggle a lot with context. Yeah, they can speak general stuff, for example, especially with neuro videos. Like the name neuro, the translator will not pick up that it is a name. Mariano, you speak English well enough. Your slow and precise style of speech really helps a lot. Oh yeah, that's true. Like I feel like I do speak, yeah, kind of slow and clean. I think that's the main difference with like a native speaker, that they would, you know, like compact the words a lot and stuff. And yeah, I think my English is very textbook English, I would say. Fully support. That is cool. Good to know, good to know. You want to answer to native English speaker with more or less, see? Classic, more or less. Native speaker XQC. I think I've never seen an XQC video, but I did see the Mid Canyon video. And yeah, he speaks like very fast and very... a lot of stutters also, right? Okay, I'm gonna need a smaller tool here, but once I finish this, I'll be set for lunch. It's something. Hey, Cinderman. Cinder-san. Haven't seen you today. To be honest, XQC as far now is French-Canadian. Oh, okay. I don't really know. Haven't seen a lot of XQC ever. Hi. Hey, Cinder-san. Sometimes I wish humans didn't need to eat. Yeah, I know a couple of people who are like that. Honestly, I do like eating. Da-da-da-dum. I scoped these before. It feels very hard right now to sculpt such a small, teeny tiny mouth. Okay, like this. What is the music from? This is Mario Kart World. Resolved. And that's how one was resolved World 100. Note that I watched recordings of Neuro-broadcast with automatic translation. Oh, okay, that's the one. The local IT corporation allows this with recordings. Oh, interesting. Local IT corporation as in Yandex? It's the only Russian IT corporation I know about. How do you know? Well, I've been living under sanctions for more than a year. Okay. Please refer to Geneva Convention. Finish this mouth already. What are the simplest of mouths the hardest to pull off? I'm struggling so much to just make a simple, teeny tiny smile on this stupid AI face. I think this will do. And hopefully the sanding will sort it out for me. Now it's Zelda. Oh, it's the one with the rain sound in the background. Okay, I think that's it. So I still need to sand this, but I only can do that after it finishes drying. So I think we're done with the faces. Can you see them? I think you might not be able to see them over there. Okay, so let's take a quick break. I think I can go for some lunch. I think I'll end stream and maybe I can shut down the computer and hopefully it will let it breathe a little bit because it's been struggling a lot to handle the sprites and the OBS at the same time. So I could try to, take this time to shut down. And I see mouth with red beard. Yeah, that was just because I marked the edge for some reason, but it's not a red beard. I just need to sand that down and it's gonna be gone. No. So let's see if we can rate someone right now. So Diva, that was at Queem's stream. We could try to rate Queem or Jolliver. Mossy's still streaming. Rosebelly Kalyan. Sure, no, why not? Let's do Queen. Oh, Camilla's live too. Queen Cat. She's playing Minecraft. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's get Queen. Let's see if I can find Diba Daba in the chat. They're playing right now. So yeah, let's quickly raid. Not Redbeard, but an Echo Blood. Sounds good to me, yeah. And on YouTube's, I'm sure there's a right here. Yeah, no one to raid that I know. Okay. So I'll be finishing stream then. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I'll see you again in a while. And yeah, we'll keep on going so that I can stay up late and work on all of that. Alright, so thank you for stopping by and I'll see you soon.